guys, how are you?
Good.
Welcome back
Yes.
to our new series that we're starting.
Correct.
Fresh start.
Second
Episode.
session.
Oh, their session now.
Second session.
They're therapeutic to me. Are they therapeutic to you?
For sure.
You know, I actually
For
had
sure.
a few people and we haven't even gotten to talk about this, so this is live.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
real.
She's springing something
I
on me.
know. I remembered it. A few people have actually already reached out to me and said that they listened to the first session and that they absolutely loved it. And they
Awesome.
were so happy that we were back on doing these types of things. And so thank you to everyone who is watching.
Yay!
Really, people are
I
watching
know,
because
I
you get
know.
to see our heinous lives.
Yes.
And
Yes.
maybe feel better about yours.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
what it's all about, right? I
Right.
think a lot of people were really excited because we were saying, I think we got more truthful in that
Agreed.
last session. And guys, it gets worse from here. These are really like deep
Right.
conversations.
Yeah, meaningful to us.
Yes,
Yeah,
and clearly meaningful
and
to people who are listening.
Hopefully meaningful to you. And if you are just new to catching us,
What we're doing.
don't forget to subscribe so that you can be alerted when we put out a new
When we
video.
drop it in your
When
inbox.
we drop it.
You said that
I
last time.
did. I did.
I love it.
When we drop it every other Friday, so that you can keep up with what we're doing. So, so what we decided was that we would talk about self-love today, and as I was thinking about it and sort of kind of getting prepared, self-love is also really, I think, too, about self-acceptance. And I will link this site to these really great questions that I found, or at least I thought they were great questions, about
They're so great.
self-love and self-acceptance and things to ask yourself and kind of help you get some direction. But one of them was to sort of hone in on yourself already is, what do you love about yourself right now? Already. Not anything you have to work on, but something that you love about yourself right now.
So what is it that you love about yourself
So,
now?
I was going to ask you first.
Oh, me first? Okay. I love about myself how honest I'm being. It has been such a journey with me. And I think I've always, if you know me, you know I'm very open and very honest. Normally I'm very vocal in what I feel and what I'm doing, but I think recently I have started to take the time to understand what that means. That's what self-love means to me, is taking the time to actually sit down with yourself, by yourself, for yourself. And that's something that I have never done in my entire life. I love everyone else, and that's my passion, right? Like that's what I do, and I love it, and I love everyone around me. But when you are that type of person that wants to give so much to others, it sometimes puts yourself on the back burner, which we've talked in previous sessions, episodes, about giving yourself that time, because if you're not full and if you're not re-energized, then you can't give to others like you want.
Right.
So I think, honestly, it's honesty.
Yeah.
And I am being very real and raw with myself on what I like, what I don't like. And for the first time in my life, that has made me love myself more, because I've been honest with who I am, what I'm doing, because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably effing it up. And I'm owning that, because it's real. And so a lot of people, I think, are noticing that and seeing that. And it makes me feel good to know that whether or not I am messing it up, which is all the time, that at least I know I'm messing it up my way.
Yeah, I would applaud you for that, because I think being honest with yourself is so much harder than being honest with other people. Being honest with other people is super easy. Yeah, but being honest with yourself is really, really hard, because you got to look at all the warts and moles and shortfalls,
everything you
and
got,
all the things, and so and I would applaud you for that, for sure.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, so tell me, tell everybody what you are currently loving about
what
yourself.
I love about myself is that I don't give up.
Oh, 110.
That I don't give up. I think whether it's personal or professional. I kind of, and maybe that's a little bit of stubbornness.
It can be. It can be. All of our good things are also sometimes false.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Let's turn it into not stubbornness, but that I don't give up.
Perseverance.
And perseverance. Yeah, I think I'm constantly trying to look at things in other ways, maybe that I didn't look at it before, which is part of that not giving up thing. And I think, it can be exhausting. It can be exhausting for the people around me. Sure. But it's a great. I am very proud of myself that I don't give up, and I do love that about myself.
I love that about you too.
Thank you.
It does. It's really cool to watch you continue on and push through, and that's hard for some people because sometimes you just want to give up or you're tired.
Right.
Exhaustion, I think, is what really can attack people the most, and for you to continue whatever it is inside you that makes you so unique and special for you to continue on is really cool, and it's cool to watch and be.
Well, and there are plenty of days that I would like to run away and join the circus.
Oh, well, that would be better than most days.
But also being able to just say that and say, today I'm ready to go. I'm done with the trying to figure stuff out. But if I give myself some time, what I come back to is, how can I make this work?
Yeah.
How can I figure this out? What can I do to, give myself some more information or make some, more steps forward? And that has served me well.
Yeah. Well, and that's the key word, I think, too, is time. With having self-love, it's been a journey it still is a journey. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. When you look at social media, when you look at other people having conversations, sometimes it's not real, it's not raw, it's not genuine or authentic. It's like, you can do it, and here's how you're gonna do it. We're not gonna tell you how to do it. You can only do what you can do in the moments that you have made time for to do it. So that has been such a really humbling thing to kind of accept and know of myself, is that no one can tell me how to do it. You have to do it for yourself, but you have to take the time, and that's where people, I think, need to start. It doesn't matter who you were yesterday or who you are today, so long as you're aware of what that person is and who that is.
Right, and I think too, starting with, and we were chatting about this as we were getting set up, a lot of times self-love, you think, what do I have to work on? What do I need to get better? But start taking an inventory of the things that you love about yourself and put yourself in that position to be able to then go forward with the things that you'd like to work on. We will always have a never-ending list of things that we would like to love ourselves more about.
Improve with,
Yep. Right. And so that list will always go. But maybe the best part is transferring something that's on the need-to-do list to the I love myself list.
Right.
And being able to just do that one thing at a time. And it all kind of goes back to this fresh start that we've been talking about, in that to be able to get to a place where you have a fresh start, in my case, being able to take stock of where I am and the strengths that I have, and being able to look at where I want to improve, can only then benefit the people around me. And I can't take all the doubt and things that I have going through my head all the time and take care of the people around me if I'm not taking care of myself. And so that part of the fresh start is, take stock of what you do really well. Take stock of what you love about yourself.
Right.
Those things. And make a note of them, even if you've got to write them down.
Right.
Write them down.
And sometimes, I think too, it's very hard to do that. When you're first starting out doing that, I know that was really hard for me. Because like I said, I'm new in doing some of this stuff and working on myself, and it's only been a few years that I really started the journey. So I'm fresh out of the boat, guys. And I mess, again, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. But something that I learned too, especially with self-love, is that again, I'm just going back to time because it's all about time and patience, which zero I have. So that's why it's super hard for me. But knowing that it's okay not to be okay too. I think a lot of people get so bogged down. Some people are just already in that bad place, or maybe we have bad days, and so we're sitting here like, love, the self-love, you have to pick something, and sometimes people get so frustrated. It's almost like it's overwhelming to even think of one thing. So like, I'm here for you for that. I see that. I've been in that situation. And so something that's helped me, I don't know, maybe it will help somebody else, is that it's okay if you just lay there in silence. And if you just take a minute, 5-10 minutes. Now I do meditation. I love meditation. I will promote that to everyone. But if you don't want to do that, if you pray or whatever it is, to take that moment of silence, I guarantee you'll think of something.
Yes.
Because you're so worried. I feel like in this day and age, we're so worried about the outer shell of what we're presenting to people on, again, social media, Facebook, even emails. Even if you walk into somewhere and you have on specific clothes, and it's just not about that. And I think that's what I've learned, and that's how I've began my self-love journey, is just I stopped thinking about it. I was overthinking it and thinking about other people too in the process. And so I was just like, I'm going to take 5 minutes to just sit and do nothing. And not think of anything. And then I was like, oh wow, that felt really nice. And then, oh man, I want to do that more often. And so in turn, the meditation, so in turn, I really don't like this. I think I want to be honest about who I am and what I'm doing. And so it's not going to happen overnight. And it's going to take time, but that time can be just a little bit until you feel comfortable with moving forward.
Sure. And it is a lot too, and kind of what you're saying is that you're setting boundaries around yourself. And you're setting boundaries to protect yourself and to protect your time and to protect the process that you're trying to go through, and not letting other people cross those boundaries, because that time that you set for yourself is valuable and sacred.
Yes.
And that's, I think, for me, where the pull happens a lot, is when I set those boundaries and say, okay, I'm going to dedicate this time, that time. And then somebody calls here and somebody calls here, and I got to do this and I got to do this, and then I'm like, well, then I'll come back to it. Well, no, and I have learned better to be able to say, no, I'm not going to do this. No, I can't right now, but I can do it later, because it's reaching a boundary that I've set for myself in terms of being able to give myself the time. Right. Give myself
You're loving
the time.
yourself.
Yeah.
So if you can, just give yourself 2 minutes maybe.
2
Start
minutes.
with 2.
I know.
2, 5, 10, whatever works.
Right.
And
I think we talk about that, like little tiny moments all the time.
Yeah.
Little tiny moments. And they and really truly, if they're a moment with intention, with something thought behind them, a moment is an eternity.
It really is.
If it's got intention with it.
Yep.
And so don't think that you don't have the time. If you got 30 seconds, if you've got a minute, with some intention, think about what you love about yourself. Think about that, and then where it might go from there. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is going to get even deeper, you guys.
I know.
So deep. I'm so excited.
I know.
Self-love is so hard. And that is ridiculous too, by the way. I can't even believe that is the comment that I'm making, that self-love is hard.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
It's just so weird to be in where we are in the world, and how things have they've changed so much, that we have taken the time and the capability to love ourselves. That is
Well, and
that is just wild.
As you were talking about, social media and all of that, and even before that, in my generation, when we didn't have social media initially, self-love was selfish.
Absolutely.
Self-love was completely selfish.
You were looked at as being not for anybody else. You were only yourself.
Big giant B word.
Yeah.
You were not supposed to be that. You were not, if you were a mom, if you were a wife, if you were, any of those things, if you had love for yourself more than those other things, you were not the right kind of person. And
you felt shame.
Shame.
You felt shame or guilt,
which is a
that
very
you
strong word, but
yourself.
for sure. For sure.
True.
And so it is a big switch in paradigm to go from I will be a better mother, friend, partner, wife, whatever, business owner, employee, if I love myself first and then can give my best self to all of these people in my orbit.
It's about a transition of the mind and reassessing.
Yep.
Starting from the ground up, man.
Yeah.
Ground up.
Ground up.
Oh, I love it.
Guess what we didn't do today?
What did we not do?
We didn't have any wine.
Oh, we'll put the wine on there later, we promise. We might just do a live story. That might be kind of fun too. Just to cheers you guys.
A live story.
We'll probably do that after a few days after this launches, which will be next week. And we could just sit and have some cocktails with you guys.
Yes.
And see where you're going in regards to your self-love journey.
Maybe we'll do an Instagram live and people could ask us questions.
I would love that. Are you guys here for that? You're totally here for that.
Everybody. Yes, everybody's here for that.
We're here for it.
Everybody's here for that.
I'm down to ride. Yeah. I'm always down to ride with this gal. Forever and always, man. We're getting tattoos after this too.
Self-love. Self-love tattoos. Stay tuned on episode 3 or session
Check the lives. We'll be getting it right there. We'll be in the tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
No, but we hope you guys take some time.
Yep.
Figure out what you love about yourself.
Yes, we want to hear it.
Yeah.
Let us comment in
let us know.
Yeah, please let us know because we would love to hear it.
Bye, friends.
Have a great day.
Much love.
Bye.